Hey guys, today I've decided to make a video of my drum mixing routine that I mostly use for my Instagram and TikTok videos. I think it's a good idea to show you this mixing process and hopefully you can get something useful for you out of it. For this video and for this mixing tutorial, I will be using mostly stock plugins that come with my favorite DAW, and it is Studio One. Just to show you guys that if you know what you're doing and if you know the result that you're aiming for, it doesn't actually matter what tools do you use. So of course I'll be posting this video in my Instagram so you guys can check out the final result. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So stage number one, we do grouping. As you can see, I already done that. So my toms, I have this alto, tom, and floor. Yeah, they're going into toms group. And my overheads are going into overheads. And my kick and snare, I like to leave without a group. But all of them, all of these tracks and groups are going into the drums group. Okay, next we have gain staging. Gain staging is all about making your tracks not to go over minus 6 dB here, to stay in the range of minus 6 to minus 12 and minus 6 to minus 12 over here in your master fader. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go track by track and use something like mix tool to change the input gain right here. Or in my case in Studio One, I have this feature that allows me to change the input gain right here. Here we go. Checking on the toms. Still too hot. Once again. Okay, and then we have this little overhead problem here. Just so you can see it. As you can see, even visually, my left overhead is quite louder than the right overhead. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjust the clip gain, and now here they look even too. So after that I'm gonna go to my overhead group and adjust the input gain for it too. Okay, so now you see we're good. We're peaking around minus 6 on the master fader and nothing crazy is going on here. Next stage, we do some balance. Oops, I'm gonna put some emphasis on kick drum and snare here because that's how I feel the music should go. And I'm just gonna make everything else a little bit quiet. So we can clearly hear those kick and snare hits. And of course, you want to do some panning. My overheads are obviously panned right to the right and left to the left. My toms are panned as from the drummer's perspective, and my kick and snare are in the middle. Hey, it is so cool that you watched this video until this moment. I really appreciate it. So please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. It will help me a ton. Thank you. Next stage, we go through some EQing. So I'm gonna use just the stock EQ plugins. It's a Pro EQ for Studio One. It's a great equalizer. Kick. We go with the kick. Making it low cut, high pass. So nothing too low here. I don't want that. I want to be my kick around this area. Around 90 hertz. I want to cut the snare out of my kick drum. I want to cut this unnecessary muddiness. And I also want to look for the click, and I like my click on my kick drum to be somewhere around 2 or 3 kilohertz. Now also gonna high cut. So I don't want any cymbals in my kick drum mic. We're done with the kick. Now we're going to the snare. Same stuff. I'm cutting everything until the snare body comes in. My snare's body around 140, 180 hertz, somewhere around here. Then I'm gonna look for the second attack sound of the snare. Just put a little bit up there. Then I wanna cut some stuff from here. Nothing really important going on there. And I want to look for that presence, that spring sound. Okay, we're done with the snare. Then usually I would go for all the toms separately, but just for the cause of timing, I'm gonna go and EQ my toms group, and of course I wanna loop the toms here. So I'm doing the low cut. But not too low. And there's not going to be a build up with the kick because the floor tom and other toms they're not playing simultaneously with the kick. So I'm gonna even increase this region here where my floor sits. So here leaves the muddiness of the toms, and here somewhere around here is going to be the attack. And of course I want a high cut. The cymbals won't bleed into this mic, into the mics of my toms. As you can see, we have our snare still popping, and that's because we did we added some frequencies here. That means we added some volume. So what we need to do is we need to adjust the gain. Usually all the EQs, all the plugins have the output volume. That's the way you gain matching. So I'm just gonna go, yeah, and gain match that. So yeah, we're good with the EQ. And now to the overheads. Same stuff. I want a low cut somewhere around where the snare starts. Here's our snare, and somewhere around here is gonna be the low cut end. I want to take some muddiness. I'm gonna pick the part where we have the overheads. I don't want all that in my overheads. I'm gonna just make some high shelf up. Make my cymbals more crispy, and that's about it. To the compressing, I'm just gonna use the native compressor of Studio One, and I'm gonna compress. Nothing too crazy. Gain matching. Need to see. If the volume didn't change, I think it's okay. Over here. Now our snare pops a little bit more. We're gonna drive it even harder. And another thing I want to do on my kick compressor, I want to filter the low cut on it, so this really low region isn't affected by a compressor. So yeah, here we go. Put a compressor on the toms group. The compressor on the overheads, so our cymbals are controlled but not too hard, really just to cut those clips. Attack should be a little bit slower as release, so it doesn't choke our cymbals. And yeah, that's about it. That's the basic stuff. Would like to add something interesting on the drums group, and that's gonna be Neutron 3 Elements by Isotope. It's not a paid promotion, guys, so I'd like to control my overall frequencies of the drums. That will be great and add some crispiness to it too. You see how our snare did increase, had an increase in high end, and I like that. Just want to make sure that the mids are controlled. Now it's clean. Now we gotta check if it's gain matched. Just a tiny notch to make sure we didn't change the volume. Yeah. And then we're gonna go and compress the whole stuff, the whole group. Just a little notch above these peaks, and that's gonna do it. You see, it's working really soft on it. And that's gonna be it. Maybe I can add like a little bit of saturation. I love saturation. Something like that. Take and mix it in. I like to mix everything so it doesn't work the full volume. now let's hear how it sounds with music. No plugins. And now mixed. Again. Bypass. And that's like the basic stuff that I do. Yo, you just watched this video till the end, and that is like a biggest compliment for me. Thank you very much. So if this video was interesting for you, like, share and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and of course let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. Thank you and see you in the next one.